City Roller Girls Reign of Terror. Hi, ladies. That's right. Give some love. That's your Reign of Terror right there.
Co-captain 72, Honey Hellfire. Your other co-captain, number 81, Havana Good Time. And last but not least, 82's Hurricanes Katrina. They are being led up on their bench by Firecrotch and Mike Checks. Give it up for your Axles of Annihilation!
All right, ladies and gentlemen, do we have any newbies to the sport? Raise your hand if you've never seen roller derby before. Refs, keep your hands down. All right, if you're new to the sport of roller derby, make friends with your neighbors on your left and your right. Get to know them. They will help you out through the sport, and we will do our best to support you through this as well. But you want to keep your eyes on the skaters at the Pabst Blue Ribbon Jam line with the stars on the helmet. They're the jammers. They're the one that scores points. That is Stella Borracha for Rat City Roller Girls in white.
And in purple, going up against Blood Claudia for AOA.
The rest of the skaters out there form the pack. They are the defensive line there. They're going to skate around together in a clump, going slowly around the track while the jammers fight their way through, lapping opponents for points.
Well, here we are soon. We'll have our first whistle. And that is going to release your blockers.
Second whistle releases the jammers. Stella Borracha hot off the Pabst Blue Ribbon jammer line and into the pack right away. And looks like Blood Claudia is going to the penalty box for a major cut there. So no points until she gets back out on the track. Stella Borracha gets out front. She's the lead jammer.
Well, and this first pass by the jammers is just to establish if one of them is lead jammer, each sequential lap on the track, for each opposing blocker she passes, she picks up 1 point.
She picks up a 5-point scoring pass there, lapping all of the blockers and the jammer. She's on her, coming in. She's going to take a major back block. You can't hit opponents in the back. If you knock them down, you're going to the penalty box.
But you also cannot have a jammerless jam, so while she sits down, that is going to release Blood Claudia back out onto the track.
Now she's the only jammer out there causing a power jam. That is her initial pass, so no points yet for Rose City.
Well, and with no lead jammer established, this jam is going to go the full 2 minutes.
2 minutes as long as any jam can go, and we're going to see that right here. Now,
to be fair compared to Stella, she is only going to serve the same amount of time off the track as Blood Claudia. Meanwhile, Blood picks up 5 points of her own.
Now, Stella Baracha is back into her second scoring pass. She's going to come out of that with 5 points. That's 10 points so far from the Reign of Terror in this first jam.
Well, and that was... Once we hit our 2 minutes, the whistles signal the end of the jam.
Blood Claudia not quite up against Miriam Smack again. You have to pass them by the hips to get the points. So 10-5, Reign of Terror this first jam. Up in the line, jamming on the Pabst Blue Ribbon jam line is Mustache for the Reign of Terror.
And Joyride for Axles of Annihilation.
So far, just 2 jammers to the penalty box so far. We'll fill you in on how these penalties work as they come up to the best of our ability.
Now that second whistle is only blown once all the blockers are across that pivot line or a no-pack situation is created.
Both jammers knocked to the inside, vying for position. Remember, no points on the first pass, but first one out legally gets lead jammer, and that is Joyride 360 in purple for the Axles of Annihilation.
Well, Mustache still working her way through her pack. Her blockers not only hinder Joyride's path through the pack, but help their jammer through as well. And Joyride picks up 5 points for that scoring pass.
Rose City holding a wall of 3 up front. Looks like Hurricane Katrina escorted Mustache to the outside, forcing her to the back of the pack. Joyride makes it through that wall of white for another scoring pass. She picks up 5 more points.
Remember, she picks up that 5th point from lapping 1 complete lap from the opposing jammer.
Hurricane Katrina being a thorn in Mustache's side. Looks like Frixie Sour and Scylla Destroyer gets up front as well.
Now, this pack definition, you have to be careful where you're positioned relative to other skaters.
Mustache makes her initial pass. There's no points yet. Jam gets called. 1 more point for the Axles of Annihilation, taking the 16 to Reign of Terror's 10.
Well, and hey, you know, the favorite energy drink of Portland's hardest hitting ladies on skates would be Rockstar Energy Drink.
Mmm.
Tasty.
Wait, no, that's not it. Up in the line for the Reign of Terror, Seditious Heart, number 16 in white.
And she's going up against Napoleon Blown Apart for Axles in purple.
Still no blockers in the penalty box. Clean game so far, I like it. Big wall of purple in the back there, while Rad City's Reign of Terror takes a defensive line in the front. Napoleon Blown Apart gets around in the inside.
But she picks up a major track cut. As the jammer, you only need to pass 1 person at the front of the pack to get that minute off the track.
Seditious Heart is your lead jammer for the Reign of Terror. She's the only jammer out there, so right now, Reign of Terror's the only team that can score any points until Napoleon Blown Apart gets back.
Well, there's only 6 points that separate these 2 teams, and I imagine that we might have a lead change here as Seditious picks up another 5 points. 1 point only separating these 2 teams.
So what Rat City's Reign of Terror are doing successfully is they're trapping one opposing blocker behind them and slowing down the pack to give Seditious Heart as many scoring opportunities as possible, which pays off because she has another 5-point scoring pass, taking Reign of Terror to 20 to Axel 16.
Once you are 20 feet in front or behind the pack, you are considered out of play and are no longer allowed to legally hit anyone.
Now, you see the Axles of Annihilation trying to take the front and wall up, making it hard for Seditious Heart to score, but she does pick up 2 points. That's a 12-point jam for Seditious Heart and the Reign of Terror.
And Reign of Terror takes the lead as they're sitting at 22 to 16.
So it looks like Napoleon Blown Apart came back into the action, and so Minstrel Psycho, number 28, is stepping up the line for the Axles of Annihilation.
And Stella Baracha out there for Reign of Terror.
Stella Baracha. And there are all the blockers still. Looks like Grad City want the back wall there, and Rose City are comfortable with the front wall.
Well, the important thing with the wall is you just give the opportunity to your jammer to break through as Minstrel Psycho picks up lead jammer for Axles.
We got a major forearm on French Tickler there, escorting Stella Baracha to the outside, but she has to sit for a minute. You can't hit with elbows, forearms, or hands in the sport of roller derby.
When you're sent to the Rebel Jeweler penalty box, you are going to be out of play for 1 minute.
Low block major on Joyride. She engaged with her legs when she took a fall, but that is still a penalty. That's still a minute in the penalty box. 2 Rose City blockers in the penalty box, and Stella Baracha makes her initial pass.
When the refs put their hands up in the air, that is warning that you are nearing 20 feet. Meanwhile, Minstrel clears the pack for 5 points for Axles. Again, bringing them within 1 point of these two teams.
Minstrel Psycho calls off the jam before Stella Baracha can hit the pack and make any points there. Maintaining a 1 point bout here.
Well, just to remind you, if you are wondering where the beer is, it is outside the front of the building. Pick up a PBR or a Fat Tire Ale and bring cash.
Up in the line for the Reign of Terror, Serious Smack number 39.
And once again, number 2U, Blood Claudia for Axles.
Huge advantage for the Reign of Terror now. They got 4 on 2 in the pack. But it looks like Blood Claudia is doing a little defensive jamming here.
To help out the numbers there, since it's so limited in purple out there at the moment.
Trying to fight through that right there. A couple of jukes and she gets out.
Nice whip there by Honey Hellfire. But she is not your lead jammer for a minor track cut.
Remember, it's the first one through legally. It looks like Decap Attack is going out, and there was another minor cut for Serious Smack, so we're going to have no lead jammer. That's going to be a 2-minute jam. And now the pack is even. 3 skaters from each team.
Yeah, the penalty box is slowly releasing skaters for both sides of the teams here.
So it is currently a race for points now.
Right, both. Just because you're not lead jammer does not mean you don't get the points.
Looks like a hit to the head on Stella Baracha. She's going to go to the penalty box. That's a 5-point scoring pass for Blood Claudia. As Serious Smack is still caught behind
now
the wall.
Fire being sent out for Axles. And Blood gets a whip from Kid Cassidy and picks up another 5 points for Axles.
Only 2 blockers there for Reign of Terror. A little pile up there gives an opening for Serious Smack, picking up 4 points for Reign of Terror.
With a 2-minute jam, it is just a race to rack up as many points as possible since you have no control of ending the jam.
Another pile up, assisting Serious Smack to get through. She picks up 4 points on that scoring pass. Miss someone on the hips there. That's quite a 2-minute rally there.
Axel's taking the lead now, 39-30 to Reign of Terror. These teams are just juggling back and forth on the score here. And we are only 10 minutes into this first period.
Up the line for Reign of Terror is Maximilian.
Going up against, once again, Napoleon Bonaparte for Axles.
All right, so we have both teams sort of vying for position. Looks like Reign of Terror was killing a little time to get Stella Baracha back into the pack.
Every blocker counts. But regardless, Napoleon sachets on by, picks up lead jammer for Axles.
Stella Baracha caught behind Heidi's Go Seek, who escorts her to the inside. But she does pick up a major elbow on that. Can't hit with the elbows, ladies and gentlemen.
Meanwhile, Napoleon Bonaparte back in the pack already for her first scoring pass.
She's caught behind Foxy. Throw down, but Jukes past her for a 5-point scoring pass.
And Maximilian getting a 1-2 punch there from Honey and Texine.
And that's going to be, it looks like a major cut for Maximilian there. Past too many players on the outside line there.
If you're in the middle of the pack, it only takes 2.
So Napoleon Bonaparte, the only jammer out there, jukes past Domino Scarvy and Lucinda Pack.
She's the only jammer out there, but she has only got 1 blocker to help her through. Honey is sent off for 4 minors, but there is no room in the inn for her.
Looks like Foxy throwdown and Domino Scarvy walling up in front. There's a no-pack situation. She pushes her way through.
And she picks up another 5 points for Axles.
Huge jam here for Napoleon blown apart. Looks like we have 3 and 3 blockers in the pack. Races around the outside, keeps her footing. Another 5 points there. And that is time. .20 jam there for Napoleon blown apart.
Well, and as you're watching Axles out there, I highly recommend you check out Get Fit Training. They're the official fitness trainers of the Rose City Rollers and home of the Hit to Fit 30-minute circuit workout.
All by herself up the line for the Axles of Annihilation is number 360, Joyride.
Axles all taking a knee before the first whistle, creating a no-pack situation, drawing an immediate start for Joyride.
Seditious Heart Sletnick holding the front line, but you cannot block your opponents 20 feet in front of the pack, so they had to let Joyride go and take lead jammer.
Hurricane Katrina developing a big hit to Maximilian as she is released from the penalty box.
Fighting her way through, Maximilian does make her.
Neck.
Initial passer for Maximilian, 4 points for Joyride.
And both these teams are racing in anticipation for their jammers to come back around.
Joyride hits the pack, calls off the jam.
Both teams pick up 2 points there.
I'm thinking they're trying to push time a little bit to get Honey Hellfire back, but now they're even in the pack, so might as well call it. Muffstache, hi Muffstache, up at the line, number 17, for Reign of Terror.
And 28 days, Minstrel Psycho for Axles of Annihilation.
We are even right now in the pack 3 from each team. The first whistle blows, sending out the pack. As soon as the pack, it looks like Tempura Tantrum's trying to kill enough time off the clock to get Scarlet back in play. But the jam begins. Muffstache hitting first there. Minstrel Psycho looking for an opening.
And Minstrel sees her inside line there, quickly picks up lead jammer for Axles.
Looks like a wall of purple in the middle, holding a Muffstache there.
Penny Dreadful and Kid Cassidy out there. As Minstrel Psycho slips on by, picking up 2 points.
2 points, everyone else out of play there. Two-point pass, but a huge defensive wall up front. Looks like Reign of Terror. They've got their eye on Minstrel Psycho, just holding off on her.
But she pushes on through that wall of white and picks up 5 points.
Mustache being held up. Looks like Penny Dreadful and Havana Good Time there. Meanwhile, 2 Rose City blockers are hanging out of the penalty box. Mr. Psycho almost sneaks up in that front wall of white. They see her at the last second and lock down on her.
Well, and she is out there to fend her way through the path on her own. Meanwhile,
looks like Mustache made her initial pass. No points yet for her. That was only her first pass. And
Minstrel Psycho makes her way through the pack, picking up another 4 points for the Axles.
She daintily calls off the jam.
Remember to pick up your raffle tickets. We have a few lovely ladies down there selling tickets for $1. You can get possibly a Leatherman tool or a PBR summer fun pack.
Or a PBR jammer line. Seditious Heart, number 16 for the Reign of Terror at the Pabst Blue Ribbon jammer line.
Number 2U, Blood Claudia for Axles.
Point to a huge pack advantage here for Reign of Terror. Anticipating taking full advantage of it. Scylla Destroyer takes a hit there in front.
And Heidi Goseek gets sent to the box. That is going to release Seditious, and she is lead jammer for Reign of Terror.
Foxy throwing down on Blood Claudia up there. Blood Claudia does get the go-ahead. That is her initial pass.
It looks like Foxy is being sent out for an out-of-play major.
So it looks like Axles of Annihilation run into the front to prevent the points.
And no points were picked up on that pass.
Or that jam. Forming up, we have 12 minutes left in this first period. Still Baracha, but the Pabst Blue Ribbon jammer line. This is her favorite jammer line ever. The Pabst Blue Ribbon jammer line.
Paired up there with Napoleon blown apart for Axles of Annihilation.
3 and 3 in the pack. Even odds stacking up in the pack. Betty Ford Galaxy holding off. She wants to get Foxy Throwdown back in.
Both teams missing their pivot at the moment.
Pivot. They're a fancy blocker.
Dancing around, one lady in green at a time, picking up lead jammer.
Looks like minor cut was forced there. Wow! Hurricane Katrina just stepping over. Stella Baracha goes for a hit. Stella Baracha does make it out through her initial pass.
But Napoleon blown apart, finding a huge opening on the inside there, picking up an easy 4 points and calls off the jam.
Brutal action in that pack there. Both teams fighting hard for it. That's what we like to see here, isn't it, fans?
Well, and hey, if you like doing exciting things around Portland, check out Mike Thrasher Presents. They are Portland's leading event and concert promoter. If you want to see it, Thrasher has probably got it.
Mustache up the line, number 17 for the Rat City Reign of Terror in white. Just
because they blew the whistle doesn't mean they have to skate. But I'm pretty sure we want to see them skate.
Well, mission accomplished for Rat City. They were able to kill time to get their full blocker regiment back there. Foxy Throwdown joining them for the penalty box.
On Joyride, finding your way through that front 4 wall that Rat City has created. But no pack is called.
She was escorted out. Mustache almost out. She gets past Frisky Sour. Mustache is your lead jammer.
Looks like the Cinda pack getting sent out for that out-of-play major.
Joyride makes it through her initial pass there. Minstrel Psycho and Havana Good Time walling up in front. Nice slow 2-wall there.
Well, now Texine is back out on the track. Joyride careful not to incur cutting the track major, takes a knee.
4-point scoring pass there from Mustache. Followed by a 4-point scoring pass for Joyride. Even odds here so far in this jam.
Axel's losing Minstrel Psycho to the penalty box as well. Down to 3 players for both teams here.
Texine, Havana Good Time, and Frisky Sour walling up.
Muff calling it off before Joyride reaches the pack.
0-0 on that last pass. It was close. Seditious Heart up in the line
And
for the Reign of Terror.
Miss Honey Hellfire official timeout. Okay.
Oh, we have a timeout for glare. A glare timeout. Too much glare on the track. There's WFTDA regulations on how much glare is allowed on the track.
With the sun coming out, we are just going to close the doors for a little bit until it sets just right. You'll still be able to get beer. Don't worry, we're not shutting it completely. Don't worry, you can still get beer. And there are two lovely beers out there that you can get, not just a Pabst Blue Ribbon, but you can also get a Fat Tire Ale. So bring your cash money and buy yourself a bubbly beverage on this sunny day. Both teams down to 3 blockers apiece. Rat City moving back towards the jam line, but it does not slow Honey Hellfire down. She quickly picks up lead jammer. Meanwhile, Seditious Heart being held back in the back of the pack there by Kid Cassidy and French Tickler. And now Frenchie being set off for a major elbow. Seditious Heart out on her initial pass. Red City losing another blocker there. Number 92, Maximilian. And Honey picks up her points and calls it off.
I agree. Serious smack coming back to the Pabst Blue River Jammer line there for the Reign of Terror.
Paired up against Blood Claudia's hips.
Looks like 3-all in the pack right here. No, 3-2 pack advantage for Reign of Terror.
There is only the rule that blockers need to line up between the pivot and jam line. There is nothing specifying where exactly they need to be standing or rolling.
They're very flexible on that score there. Blood Claudia pushes the front line there. Remember, you cannot block 20 feet in front of or behind the back. Blood Claudia lead jammer. Seditious Heart forces her way through. It looks like Minstrel Psycho was trying to grab her at the last second.
But Claudia clearing her first scoring pass, picking up 4 points there.
Like, Blood's going after her again. No, just call it. All right.
Penalty box emptying out for both teams.
Looks like we're going to start with 4 blockers for Axles of Annihilation, but 3 for a few seconds. In the meantime, Seditious Heart looks like is trying to wave to the referees to pick up her intentional 4th minor. Dolomount also trying to draw attention. 4th minor picked up. Nice work, Dolomount.
Well, and the skater's going to do that to clear out her plate of minors to possibly jam. Meanwhile, speaking of jammers, Napoleon Bonaparte picking up lead jammer for Axis of Annihilation.
Napoleon Bonaparte winning Most Improved Skater of the Year for Rose City Rollers, and we're seeing that work at work right here. Seditious Heart makes it out on her initial pass.
And Rose City strangling Reign of Terror to the inside line there, clearing a huge hole for Napoleon. She picks up her points and calls off the jam.
Nothing like a wide open lane for a jammer, and they're coming up to the pack. Minstrel Psycho up the line for the Axles of Annihilation.
Going up against Domino Scarvy for Reign of Terror.
Looks like 4-3 pack advantage for Axles of Annihilation with 4 minutes and 45 seconds left in this first period. There's 30 more minutes of this, people.
And then there's another bout. That's a roller derby tonight.
Drink your Rockstar. So, Lorena Terra wisely trying to hold off on the jammer whistle to get Lucinda back of the pack. But they're off.
Axel's sitting at the front of the pack there.
Scarlet Leather escorting Minstrel Psycho to the outside there.
Celia trying to escort Domino outside of the track.
It looks like Minstrel Psycho picked up a major cutting of the track, passing too many skaters on the outside of the track. She's going to cool her skates for a bit. Power jam for the Reign of Terror.
Well, we've got all 8 blockers out there for both teams.
Well, you got Axles of Annihilation just going all defense on Domino Scari, holding up the front line.
Both teams just going in for big hits here.
Oh, it looks like Domino Scarvy took a fall, but if you fall, you have to bring all of your limbs in. If anyone falls over you, you get a major low blocking call, which is what happened. She lost her lead jammer status. We're going full 2 minutes here.
Well, and as Domino goes off, that is going to release Minstrel Psycho back on the track because we have to have a jammer.
Looks like Scylla Devourer picked up a failure to reform call. If the pack gets split up, the skaters from both teams have to actively make an effort to form the pack back up.
And Minstrel Psycho being sent off for another cutting the track major.
Domino Scarvy makes a quick pass. That is her initial pass. No points yet, and the 2 minutes are up.
Woo.
A lot of work for no points.
A lot of work for us to trail the jammer. Well, we've got Mike Checks calling a team timeout for the Axles of Annihilation there.
You have 3 timeouts for each team. This is the first one for the Axles for the entire bout. So that's going to be 1 minute. Axles of Annihilation took a large early lead. Once Reign of Terror got to about 30 points, Axles started running away. But in the last 5 to 10 minutes, Reign of Terror has been able to stop and to hold the line. No team making a lot of headway in the last 5 to 10 minutes. So what the Reign of Terror has to do is now try to turn this around in their favor.
Well, and remember, at halftime of this bout, we're going to have our first raffle drawing. So pick up your tickets. We are going to be giving away a Leatherman Skeletool, and later a second raffle drawing for a PBR Summer Fun Pack. So you pick up a ticket, it's only $1, or buy 10 for $5.
We have switched from team timeout to official timeout. I believe they're deliberating on penalties right now, probably checking in to make sure the right penalties were assigned at the right time, minors, majors, all those things. I'm looking forward to a day when I never have to talk about minor penalties ever again.
Or 2 whistles.
Bipolar Lola conferring with Coach Mike Checks there on some of the crazy calls. We have a diet jam set up here. 2 blockers from each team are on the track, and only 1 jammer. That's Maximilian. Hi, Max.
How many of you are down here from Seattle to support your Reign of Terror? Let me hear ya.
I see you in green over there. Make some noise.
Not bad, not bad.
It's pretty redundant to ask how many are from Portland, so I think we could just skip that part.
Oh no, I want to hear some love from the Axles fans. Come on, Portland.
Oh, we're so impressed. You came all the way from Portland to cheer for Portland. Woo! That's right. Reign of Terror fans came through traffic for 100 miles and such.
Oh, did that cause them to lose their voice, Randy Pan?
Caused me to lose my voice. All right. Looks like we're still deliberating on penalties.
Now we've got 2 bouts tonight. Second bout, Boston taking on Rat City's All-Stars, and then there's an after party down at Plan B.
So I take it the... Looks like Tempura Tantrum is back on the track, so that penalty was overruled, I'm guessing? I do know we have 5 seconds left. All right, the advantage just got more advantager for Reign of Terror. 3 on 2 in the pack, the only jammer out there.
Blood Claudia and Hurricanes Katrina racing at the front of the pack there, minding the gap though. Once you hit 11 feet, it's going to be a no-pack situation.
It's like Maximilian trying to wedge her way through. Blood Claudia and Hurricanes Katrina doing a good job keeping the pace. Mustache almost had Blood Claudia picked off, but Katrina got right up there.
The Hurricanes Katrina stays on her feet.
"45 seconds, no initial pass yet. A no-pack situation. So because there was no pack, Maximilian got through and got lead jammer after 1 minute. But that's enough.
Minstrel Psycho out of the penalty box, clearing her initial pass as well. Maximilian picking up points now, but
Maximilian
and Purple are delivering those big hits, not making them easy.
And it looks like Minstrel Psycho was able to pull out a 42 lap on that one after 1 minute in the penalty box. Napoleon finding that it's better to jam with the jammer panty instead of not having one. I think that was a good call.
I hear that's important for, getting the points and stuff.
Seditious Heart up at the jammer, Pabst Blue Ribbon jammer line.
And we have an empty penalty box for about 2 seconds.
Stella Baracha taking her intentional 4th minor so she can get back out there and jam.
Pauline Bonaparte breezes by on the outside of the track there, picking up lead jammer for Axels.
Just ran around the outside there, finding a hole.
The skaters are scrambling to stay on their feet and doing a good job of it.
Kid Cassidy running out in front, distracting Seditious Heart. While Penny Dreadful goes to the penalty box.
And just long enough for Napoleon to come through for her first scoring pass and picks up 5 points.
Kid Cassidy going to the penalty box for blocking 20 feet out of play.
That is going to reduce Axel's pack to 2 skaters.
1 minute, 10 seconds left in this first period, and another half hour of action afterwards. Reign of Terror doing a great job of racing the pack, making it difficult for Napoleon Bonaparte to score on them.
Well, this jam is going to last until Napoleon either calls it off or the jam clock hits 0. The period clock does not determine when this jam will end.
Heidi Go Seek gets right in front there. Now out of play.
Slutnik sitting on Napoleon in the back of the pack there, but she gets on through.
Heidi Go Seek picks up a low block major there, it looks like.
Both teams picking up 4 points on that pass.
Seditious Heart going for a little defensive jamming, and Napoleon Bonaparte does get in front. And Seditious Heart picks up her 4th minor. I think that was a minor track height. All she passed, minor 4, I'm sorry.
And Napoleon breaks through the pack for another 5 points. And that is going to be your 2 minutes, bringing us to the close of the first period of Axles of Annihilation, Reign of Terror. Woo.
Ladies and gentlemen, we got 30 more minutes of this, so stick around. We got raffle drawings coming up, the first one this halftime, so if you buy your ticket, it's not too late. Get in the game.
In 5 minutes, first raffle drawing. See you then.
So I just switched this mic because
Oh, yeah. I don't, that's Mike's. I don't like it. That's not.
The Beta 57s are my favorite thing.
Yeah. Which line is the wireless again? So I can unmute it for raffle? 4. Okay, thank you.
It's right here.
Yeah.
But that's not going to work.
Rocket Mean. Check with Rocket Mean. Open one of them. This one. Thank you.
All right, so we're back at the Annihilation out there for the Reign of Terror. But they have one jammer in the penalty box. Joyride, number 360 in purple for the Axles of Annihilation is the only jammer out there currently. And we're about to go, people.
Now remember, your penalties from the first period still need to be served out. Just because we started a new period doesn't mean they go away.
No. They're there for life, or at least the end of the bout. But the scars are there for life.
They remain forever.
Joyride getting her. Oh, a serious smack and Foxy throwing down. That's pretty super hot. Okay, just making sure all the I's are dotted, all the T's are crossed.
And then maybe there's a score.
All
I think that might help too.
We're just waiting for a little more dancing from the skaters, and then we can start. Hey, Dolomite. All we need is points, looks like. Axles are in a big run right now. They're collecting a lot of points.
I don't even know
them
how
go.
Joyride is doing it right now.
That's like light speed jamming right there. I predicted the Reign of Terror are going to be on a pretty good run pretty soon here.
Which will be amazing without having a jammer on the track.
That's how good Seditious Heart is.
Wow.
Look at it. She's getting all those for the penalty box. Best jammer ever. All right. Okay. period 2. Yeah.
Let's have a round of applause for Robert for rebooting our scoreboard.
We couldn't do it without him.
Without him, we would not have a period 2.
Shout outs for computer geeks. That's the best audience ever. I love it.
Oh my God, we have skating.
All right. Looks like Axles of Annihilation go for the front wall.
And
Rain and Terror go for the back wall.
Being sandwiched by Rat City behind them.
Looks like
trying to hold back Foxy Throwdown.
Hit to the head by Joyride. You can't hit above the neck and shoulders. So she will be sending Seditious Heart back into the fray.
A little jammer switcheroo.
Looks like Axles of Annihilation are just going to keep their position in front and try to race the pack.
Rain Terror eyeing their jammer.
Seditious Heart trying. Oh, French Tickler with a hit to the outside. Have had a good time with the catch, but they are 20 feet out of the pack. Seditious Heart goes through first. Lead jammer.
Now all 8 blockers are back out on the track. Now it's the Axles who have formed the back wall.
Looks like Seditious Heart's going to go for a block to the back.
Which is going to give us another jammer switcheroo.
So Joyride actually had to serve the rest of the time, but she did just conveniently enough to come back in and out. Her initial pass, no points yet. There's going to be no lead jammer.
The full 2 minutes of what is left of this jam.
Of which there's like 20 seconds left. Oh, gets through a squeeze of Domino Scarver there. 5 points.
And a heroic equipment malfunction save from Don Juan.
4th minor picked up there by Honey Hellfire, looks like.
And Joyride picking up a major, cutting the track as she tried to jump the apex.
So that means Seditious Heart will have to start from the penalty box.
But she'll be standing.
They're going to send her out as soon as the jammer whistle gets blown, which happens as soon as, everyone crosses the pivot line.
Axel's going to be starting this jam with a full penalty box. The most you can have off the track are 2 blockers and 1 jammer.
So the jam is called, but the jam whistle hasn't started yet. Now she can go.
And with the jammer off the PBR jam line, the pace picks up from both sides.
We got a ultimate jam here. Advantage Reign of Terrors. They have all 5 skaters out and only 2 blockers out for the Axles of Annihilation.
That is meaning Texina and Skatrina are going to be working very hard in the front of the pack there.
Joyride sneaks through and takes lead jammer.
Seditious Heart being careful not to get a cutting the track major, takes a knee, and now we're going to lose Hurricane Skatrina due to a 4th minor out of play. Something.
Seditious Heart did make it out her initial pass here. Joyride makes it through her first scoring pass, picks up 4 points, calls off the jam.
Hey, if you need some buffalo wings to die for, check out Fire on the Mountain. They are on Burnside and Interstate, 2 locations in Portland.
Up at the Pabst Blue Ribbon Jammer line for the Reign of Terror, Stella Borracha.
Going up against Blood Claudia for the Axles.
We got a Reign of Terror advantage, 4-on-3 in the pack here.
Axles down there, pivots. Katrina in the Rebel Jeweler penalty box.
Looks like we have a no.
To our classic wall in the front, wall in the back by both teams.
Looks like a major cut on the part of Stella Baracha. Sending her to the penalty box for a minute. And a fourth minor for Blood Claudia, so we're going to have a quick trip to the box for both jammers.
Well, and that was a minor back block that Blood Claudia committed. But remember, even if you spend 3 seconds in the penalty box, it counts as a complete trip.
Whoa, just snuck up on the inside line. That is her initial pass. No points yet, but we have a 2-minute jam. It's a race for points.
Nice last hit there by Celia, but Stella makes it through on her initial pass as well.
Scylla Destroyer going in for a last-minute hit, but Stella Baracha gets outside of it and makes her first scoring pass.
Oh my God, Ray.
Or initial pass.
We have 10 skaters on the track right now.
Slow down there.
I don't know if I can count that high, let alone track what they're doing.
Not anymore. Blood Claudia trying to get past that front wall. Domino Scarvy and Mustache there.
Maximilian threading Stella through the pack there, but unfortunately hitting a purple wall in the front as Blood Claudia picks up 4 points.
Looks like one Rated Terror skater sitting out for a minute. Stella Baracha takes a hit from Scylla's Destroyer and sends her to the back of the pack, while meanwhile,
Blood Claudia picking up 5 points there, as being indicated by our jam ref, Mr. Rock.
Trying to escort her in. Looks like 2 more points there for 11-point total jam there for Axles of Annihilation.
And Stella picked up 3 points of her own. Team timeout being called.
For Axles of Annihilation, that's their second. Looks like Mike Checks is deliberating. The head ref of the NSO is probably checking in on penalties, making sure that all the minors are being erased when they go in and out. That's my guess. Lucinda Pack in her swerve on there. The pass blue and jammer line.
Up jamming for Axles, we got Minstrel Psycho on that PBR jam line.
And Lucinda Pack for the Reign of Terror. We've got wide open lane on the outside for Minstrel Psycho. She's your lead jammer.
The Lucinda Pack sneaks by on the inside, scoots past Havana Good Time there, clears her initial pass as well.
Havana Good Time going after her, didn't quite catch her.
Minstrel Psycho back in the pack for her first scoring pass, being pushed out by the pivot, and her re-entering caused her to pick up a major cutting the track. Power jam advantage, Reign of Terror.
Lucinda Pack was caught behind Havana Good Time and Texine. Texine with a huge inside hit there.
With no jammer of their own, the Axles focusing all of their attention on the Reign of Terror's jammer, delivering some big hits
It's like Napoleon blown apart, getting back to listen to pack. Nice offensive blocking there by Domino Scarvy.
Well, it looks like Napoleon picking up an out-of-play major.
Domino Scarvy's going to pick that one up for the hit on Napoleon blown apart when they're out of play.
Right, you can be behind the pack 20 feet and be out of play as well. It's not just the front of the pack.
At least here on the West Coast. Yeah, I said it. Looks like Lucinda Pack picking up a major cutting of the track. We have a full regiment there of Axles of Annihilation now.
You usually see a lot more penalties being served in the second period as minors catch up with you and your hits get a little bigger, a little sloppier, and it'll blur the lines of what is allowed or not. Bridgetown Automotive here in Sellwood keeping Rose City Rollers engines running. Check them out. If you're not on 8 wheels, you might as well have your 4 wheels running well for you.
Another ultimate jam, this time in favor of the Axles of Annihilation. 5-on-2, Joyride sneaks through the inside, taking lead jammer right away.
Rose City backing the pack up to match Reign of Terror, but it does not slow Joyride down.
First 5-point scoring pass for Joyride there, and the Axles of Annihilation just slowing the pack to a crawl. Joyride getting caught up against her own skaters there.
Betty Ford Galaxy doing a great job knocking down Joyride, but she still picks up another 5 points for that pass.
Hit to the outside by Betty Ford Galaxy. Joyride has to return behind the pack. Dances around Domino Scarvy for another 5-point scoring pass. Comes up behind.
Big pile up there at turn 3.
It's going to be, it looks like a direction and play call on Domino Scarvy for skating the opposite direction to engage Joyride, sending her to the penalty box.
Doesn't matter what direction you're facing while you're skating, as long as you're skating counterclockwise.
Lucinda Pack did get out for her initial pass there.
But Joyride picks up another 5 points. It was a total of a 20-point jam there for her before she called it off. Remember, we've got an after party tonight. Some karaoke action down at Plan B, 8th and Madison. On the east side.
Seditious Heart up the line for the Reign of Terror.
And Kit Cassidy jamming for the Axles of Annihilation.
5-on-3 advantage to Axles of Annihilation.
A little defensive jamming there, taking Kit Cassidy down, but she is quickly back up on her feet on the outside, picks up lead jammer for Axles.
Kit Cassidy on her initial pass, it looks like Tempura Tantrum in and out of the pack.
And Seditious Heart being sent to a block to the head. That is going to fill up Reign of Terror's Rebel Jeweler penalty box with 3 skaters off the track, including the Green Star.
Looks like Hurricane Katrina went into the penalty box or something out. Outside pass there by Kit Cassidy.
A little 11-on-11 action there. And 5 points for Kit Cassidy.
Reign of Terror taking the proper place up front. Eddie Shredder and Maximilian trying to push the pace.
You got to be careful you don't create that 11-foot gap, which is a no-pack situation.
Texine was able to pick off a skater there.
And Cassidy sneaks on by the inside line there, picks up another 5 points.
Heidi Go Seek, Napoleon blown apart, and Texine slowing down the back to a crawl.
A nice push out there by
Domino Scarvy.
Recycles Cassidy for just a moment there.
It looks like Yes, indeed. Last line of defense, she stepped out of bounds and made a major cut for Kit Cassidy there. Power jam, Reign of Terror.
Well, Seditious Heart had already served her 1 minute. That's why she was back out on the track, so Cassidy's going to have to serve 1 minute herself.
That is time. So that's a 19-point jam by Kit Cassidy there.
Almost matches Napoleon's last jam.
39 points and 2 jams.
Well, and if you're not going out on the town to check out roller derby, go to PDX Pipeline for your online source of Portland's music, arts, and events happening, including additional roller derby events. I don't know that if there's anything else going on in the world besides roller derby, but if you want to find out about it, you should go there.
That's why I'm here. We have an official timeout for some deliberation. I think number of skaters, maybe? And we're back. In the meantime, Stella Borracha at the Pabst Blue Ribbon Jammer line.
And Cassidy sitting in the penalty box serving out her time. Like I say, Randy Pan, the best kind of timeout is a short timeout.
I love them. Or none. We got 3 and 2 pack advantage for Axles of Annihilation. Reign of Terror trying to wedge open hole for Stella Borracha there.
But a tight front wall there with Honey Hellfire, Celia Destroya, and Havana Good Time.
Celia Destroyer with a nice hit. And Honey Hellfire gets into stopper, creating a 3-wall up front of Axles of Annihilation.
Reign of Terror doing a great job of breaking up that 3-wall. Unfortunately, not holding the Axel skaters long enough as they are quickly reforming that wall.
A little squeeze play there by Havana Good Time and Celia Destroyer. Defensive blocking there, and that is the initial pass for Stella Borracha, lead jammer.
Cassidy out of the box, finishing her initial pass as well.
Now there's a 4-2 blocker advantage for Axles of Annihilation, but lead jammer advantage for Reign of Terror.
Napoleon blown apart out of the box, sitting there on Stella in the back of the pack, forcing her to call off the jam, but she picks up 1 point before she does so.
Halfway into the second period, then we have a whole other bout tonight. Seattle's Rat City All-Stars taking on the Boston Massacre. It's only just begun, people.
Number 2U, Blood Claudia out there jamming for Axles.
And Lucinda Pack for the Reign of Terror on the Pabst Blue Ribbon Jammer line. Four-two pack advantage for the Axles. Scarlet Leather trying to kill some time for her teammates.
But Blood Claudia through lead jammer for Axles.
Little pile up there at quarter 4.
Not too far behind, we got Lucinda Pack out of the fill in the blank.
And we have close to a full roster out there. Blood Claudia trying to sneak in front. She did get 3-0 on that pass.
Well, I know we got cheers going for both teams here, but I want to say thank you to all of our skating and non-skating officials keeping us in line.
The pink shirts, the striped shirts, without them, none of this would make any sense to anybody.
Well, not only that, but thank you to the people in the yellow shirts for volunteering their time and keeping your beers in line, actually.
We definitely appreciate that.
Minstrel Psycho jamming for the Axles of Annihilation.
We have that pack advantage there for AOA, and it works out as Minstrel Psycho is lead jammer. She cruises over the inside track.
And we've got all 10 skaters on the track. Seditious Heart trying to fight away around that 4-wall of purple in the front.
Minstrel Psycho sneaks through.
That's going to be a full 5 points for Minstrel Psycho.
She's very regular. She just gets through. She cycles around the track regularly, like just on a.
I don't get it. Stop
This
talking
period.
about Shark Week. That was last week.
Looks like Hurricane Extreme is going to the belly box for something. And Mr. Psycho picks up a major back block. Going to sit out for a minute.
Well, she didn't want Katrina to feel too lonely in the box there.
Seditious Heart makes her initial pass. There's going to be no lead jammer.
We're going to go the full 2 minutes.
Looks like trying to wallop him back. Honey Hellfire. Heidi go seek. Frisky Sour getting picked up by Slutnik.
Well, with Reign of Terror trapping Frisky Sour back where she's at. Oh, I spoke too soon.
Honey Hellfire. Hey,
Your
puts it to the outside.
Change in a blink of an eye. But then again, that's why we love roller derby.
There's Honey Hellfire escorting Seditious Heart to the outside. Seditious Heart comes in front. She passes her on the outside. Last line of defense. That is a major cutting of the track. And the end of the jam as well.
Hey, you need to check out Ron Talkin Fiat Style and Fuel Efficiency Rain at Ron Tonkin. Check out the Tonkin Jammer Fiat outside in the parking lot.
We have an official timeout. I'm willing to bet it's whether or not Seditious Heart got that last penalty before the before that jam ended. That is a guess. But yeah, we're deliberating whether that major cut is going to stand. Now, if it does stand, then Minstrel Psycho will start from the penalty box as a jammer, but she cannot start until the jam whistle, the second whistle blows.
That's a lot of whistles.
Which is what got us here in the first place.
Oh. Bipolar Lola doing a great job as head ref of this bout tonight.
This timeout has turned into an official review. We're reviewing the last cutting the track on Seditious Heart and whether or not that went down before the fourth whistle blew and the jam was over. So it's an official review, not a timeout. We get one per period from each team. And this will be the Reign of Terrors.
Well, the great thing is we've got no information being streamed from us from the inside of the track. All we have are derby charades.
So the referees are talking about it. I think this is a worthy official review. It was very close to the wire, and I didn't get a good look at it. A lot of whistles were blown at the same time, so it could go either way. So I think this is a good official review on Reign of Terror's parts.
Well, I'd officially like to review why I don't have myself another beer. We keep closing the doors because of the sun, but that should not slow you down from going out and picking yourself up a fat tire.
If you don't get a fat okay, looks like.
Now let's show a little love for DJ Adam 13 spinning some wonderful music for us tonight.
Looks like the DJ Adam! He rocks me. So it looks like the call is going to stand. The cut stands. So Seditious Heart is going to sit out now. She's going to serve the amount of time that Minstrel Psycho was in. And Psycho will get started for the penalty box as soon as the jammer whistle goes. Which is right now.
Oh my God, that was fast. Not as fast as Minstrel Psycho or any of those ladies out there.
But they can be slow if they want to, and they're choosing that right now as AOA is going to try to make it easy for Minstrel Psycho to get through.
Unfortunately, Minstrel taking a push assist from one of her teammates, trips her up a little bit, but for not too long, and she picks up lead jammer for Axles.
Lead jammer just after 30 seconds, and Axles of Annihilation have slowed the pack to a crawl, making a quick initial first scoring pass, 5-point scoring pass for Minstrel Psycho.
Well, and the slower they can keep the pack, the easier it's going to be for their jammer to lap the pack as many times as possible. And we've got our second grand slam here for Minstrel Psycho.
Snuck through on the outside there.
But more importantly, this is no longer a power jam.
It's just, no one's in the penalty box. I probably jinxed that. We'll probably have 5 penalties just because I said that.
Don't jinx us like that. That's not good. That's not cool.
That's a 10-point jam there for Minstrel Psycho.
And speaking of 10, we've got about 10 minutes left in this second period.
Speaking of.
Buy some raffle tickets. They're only $1, people. And there is an awesome Pabst Blue Ribbon Summer Fun Pack. There's a tent in it. And a bunch of other surprises. I'm not going to give it away. You just need to win it.
Stella Baracha on the Pabst Blue Ribbon jammer line there.
And jamming for the first time tonight, Tech Scene for Axles of Annihilation.
Boy, Claudia bowing in reverence to the jammers coming up. It's very kind of her. Nice.
Katrina doing a great job opening up a path for her jammer.
Both teams with nice walls set up, nice defensive walls.
And rotating hits one after another on both jammers here.
This is kind of picture-perfect pack play right now, ladies and gentlemen. I hope you're paying attention. Fred Schickle with a nice inside escort.
But meanwhile, we got Tech Scene, lead jammer for the Axles of Annihilation.
Adjusting her stockings as she gets around that initial pass. No points yet.
Ooh, one last hit there from Blood Claudia.
Didn't see the penalty call there. I'm sure there was one. So Baracha finally making her initial pass.
Tech Scene in the pack, picking up her first scoring pass. French Tickler trying to open up that passage.
Nice hit there from Decap Attack, forcing Tech Scene to call off the jam there.
If you haven't been down to Sock Dreams, they've got unique, sexy, and comfy socks for the roller girl and everyone. Check them out online, or they've even got a store here over in Selwood, so you can touch everything in person.
Lucinda Pack up at the line for Reign of Terror.
Napoleon blown apart for Axles of Annihilation.
Back advantage for AOA, 4-on-3. They're taking the front wall. Reign of Terror taking the back wall. Ooh.
It's good to have balance. But we got Lucinda Pack out for lead jammer, Reign of Terror.
That was a beautiful block by Serious Smack there. Putting Napoleon blown apart at the outside, giving Lucinda Pack a lead jammer opportunity.
Well, we've got both jammers out on their initial pass. Now Lucinda, is picking up her points and gets 4 points for Reign of Terror.
Wow, well played there. Even exchange here. Stella Baracha.
And Kid Cassidy.
Those are skaters.
They like to wear stars from time to time.
They're on the Pabst Blue Ribbon jammer line. And it's an official timeout.
Someone needs to go to the box.
Official timeout for Funky Town. This is the official WFTDA sanctioned Funky Town timeout, where everybody in the audience gets up and dance. We can't start this next jam until everybody on the audience stands up in their bleachers and dances. This is up to you, audience.
They won't allow you into Funky Town if you don't.
No one's standing up and dancing. We could be here all night.
Trust me, these official timeouts can feel like all night.
All right, the audience called my bluff.
It looks
No
like
one
Mustache
danced.
going to be lined up. Needs to serve out a minute from that last jam, but there is not a seat open for her, so she is going to have to wait for one of her teammates to leave the Rebel Jeweler penalty box.
Beautiful escort by the Reign of Terror. Taking Kid Cassidy to the outside, then the inside. Mustache and Andy Schroeder there. No pack calls, so Stella Baracha's lead jammer.
Cassidy's still fighting around number 17 there. Mustache.
Mustache. Looks like French Tickler taking a major low block against Stella Baracha. Stella Baracha, I believe, agreed with that call.
Whew. Poor skaters trying to just make it to the box to serve their honest minute and get taken out on the way there.
Looks like Kid Cassidy go to the penalty box for a reason. Blood Claudia go. The Axles of Annihilation pretty much go to the penalty box.
Havana Good Time, the only purple blocker out there.
Havana Good Time, Havana Good Time. Race it up, Stella Baracha gets past her for a quick 5 points. Ready to tear.
Honey Hellfire and Havana holding that front 2-wall of purple.
Trying to push the speed, trying to be up front. But the Reign of Terror holding them slowly. Honey Hellfire with a nice inside hit. Waving Stella Baracha. That was nice of her. Stella Baracha was like, oh, thank you. I will come in behind the pack. Another outside hit this time from Honey Hellfire. That's jam. Honey Hellfire with a, I believe that was a direction of play block there. You can't block your opponents going the opposite direction.
Well, and make sure you have yourself a nutcase helmet. The most fun a helmet ever had in roller derby or otherwise.
It's an official timeout here.
Officially.
I'm sure it's to deliberate penalties.
Looks like there was a forearm to, 7th trip to the box.
It looks like that was either too many trips to the box or...
Honey Hellfire earned her 7th trip to the box there with that major, and you can only go to the box 7 times before you are ejected and removed to the locker room for the rest of the bout. However, someone has to serve that minute, so one of her teammates is going to take her place, and that would be the French Tickler. Hi, thank you for serving that minute. It's not counted against Frenchie, but meanwhile, we've got skating going on, joyride jamming for Axles.
And it looks like Lucinda Pack sneaks through on the inside. Great open inside line. She takes lead jammer right away.
Reign of Terror holding a strong 3-wall in the front there, not letting Joyride around easily.
Joyride races around for her initial pass. Wide open lane there, but Blood Claudia gets in front.
And gets that hand in the air, warning her she's 20 feet out, and Lucinda picks up 4 more points. 4, 5? 4, just kidding.
Looks like we got a pack advantage here for Reign of Terror. 3 minutes left in this bout. We got time for 2 more jams, at least.
Napoleon blown apart jamming for Axles of Annihilation.
And Mustache. Is that how you pronounce it? Mustache up at the line for Reign of Terror. Hi, Mustache.
Is that French?
Oui. We got a full Reign of Terror regiment out there.
Napoleon Bonaparte shoots on through that pack, picks up lead jammer for the ladies in purple.
Mustache gets around. It looks like a major low block for Mustache there. She's going to go to the penalty box. Power jam AOA.
Reign of Terror racing to the front of the pack there with no jammer on the track.
But Napoleon Bonaparte blows by serious smack there for her first Grand Slam, 5-point scoring pass.
And Axel's trying their darndest there to trap a Reign of Terror scare, number 99, Tempura Tantrum. That is giving them pack definition.
They're slowing the pack to a crawl there. Napoleon inside, outside, around, another scoring pass there.
That is her third Grand Slam in this jam.
Frisky Sarah went in to catch Betty Ford Galaxy, but Betty Ford Galaxy is through. Reign of Terror wisely taking the front now.
Napoleon looking for her opportunity through the pack, doesn't see one, decides to call off the jam, but she picked up 2 points.
17 points.
Jam.
And Heidi Go Seek is stepping up to the Pabst Blue Jammer line.
Count to what?
Pabst Blue Jammer line.
Count to 10.
I took Pabst Blue Ribbon and Jammer line. I put it together in one thing. Starting off a power jam here.
Calm down. I know how much you like beer, Randy Pan.
I love it. We got a full blocker regiment out there for the Reign of Terror.
And now I know why they're skating not so much. We got 2 jammers now.
Nice sneak around the outside for Heidi Go Seek, but she gets behind Foxy Throwdown.
Out of play. Heidi Go Seek, lead jammer for Axles of Annihilation.
Lead jammer here. We almost have a full regiment there. Mustache back in the action, trying to get past the front wall there. Nice bridging by Scylla Destroyer.
Woo. Heidi Go Seek in the pack for her first scoring pass, which is going to be the last jam of the evening. The period clock hits 0. She puts her hands on her hips. 5 points, and that is the end of the game clock.
Unofficial final score, Axis of Annihilation, 229 points, Reign of Terror, 67. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for the Rose City Axles of Annihilation!
Let's hear it one more time for Axles of Annihilation! And we gotta give it up too for the Reign of Terror. Come on! An amazing first bout of the evening. Now, I want both teams to stay on the track. I do believe we are going to be doing MVP awards. Before we move on to the second bout of the evening, I'm going to turn it over to Randy Pan. Randy Pan. Randy Pan, where are you? We're just having a little bit of a deliberation now as we sort out the most valuable player as determined by the opposing team.
You get to give this to the MVP.
Okay.
all set here? Yes, I believe we are. So,
Don't flip it.
we're going to check in with Joyride to find the most valuable player for the Reign of Terror.
This is for Seditious Heart.
Heck yeah, girl! There's a mum. And to Foxy Throwdown for Axles of Annihilation's most valuable skater.
Blood Claudia.
Blood Claudia's last bout. Please give her some love, ladies and gentlemen.
Blood Claudia was one of the original captains of the Axle of Annihilation when the junior all-star team got started up a few years ago.
Ladies and gentlemen, please, one more time for both these teams.
Now you just have a few mere minutes to pick up your last round of raffle tickets for the last prize of the evening. There's going to be some additional gift certificates being added, so buy your $1 tickets as the next two teams warm up, and I'll see you in 10 minutes.
Ladies and gentlemen, the intermission raffle is coming up in 1 minute. Pick up the PBR swag pack with the custom PBR tent. We're also giving away Voodoo Donuts, $25 gift certificate to the Delta Cafe. It needs stiff drinks. The Delta Cafe. Raffle Vixens, get your tickets in. Bitterroots to the raffle stage. Ladies and gentlemen, the raffle is happening now. Get your tickets out, check your numbers. The raffle is happening now. Those of you who are out at the beer garden, the cash, the all cash, no credit card beer garden, check your tickets. We are drawing right now for the PBR Summer Note. We're giving away a dozen Voodoo Donuts and a gift certificate to the Delta Cafe for $25. Bitterroots, please pull a ticket. And the number is 654-323. 654-323. Bring it down, let me see. I don't trust the looks of you. Congratulations, you won yourself some donuts and dinner at the Delta Cafe. I'm buying it, put it up. All right, next up, another dozen donuts to the Voodoo Donuts and another certificate to the Delta Cafe. What's my name? What's my name? Thank you, Random Derby fan. All right. Here we go. And the number is 654-989. 654-989. Bring it. Let me see. These guys brought their own roll of tickets, I'm pretty sure. Nice time at the Delta Cafe. Maybe it's stiff drinks. I think I'll do that. And now, what you've all been waiting for, the PBR Summer Fun Pack, which includes a t-shirt, some other stuff, and a custom PBR tent for camping in Bitterroots. What do you say? The number is 654